Good afternoon, my name is Nicholas Perrin from LionHeartCoaching. And the overall theme that I'm exploring at the moment is that success is an inside-out job. And today's podcast is about exploring, how can I shift the inner world so that I can create the results that I want? And a very, very powerful and useful tool that business owners from across the world, and not just business owners, but people that are really, really wanting to live up to their full potential, are embracing meditation, which has been around for a very long time. So meditation is something that I highly recommend and strongly suggest that you at least look into, because what it's really done for me personally is it's allowed me to live in the present moment and to stop worrying about the future or preoccupying myself in the past. And the reason why that's so powerful is that when you actually meditate, what happens is you start to let go of all the negative thoughts and you start to become the observer of what's going on within you, instead of judging or getting caught up in the thoughts and the stories that your rational mind is throwing at you. And ultimately, when you're able to drop from a high beta state, which is what the normal thinking mind operates at, down into an alpha and ultimately down into a theta state, what happens is you're able to communicate directly with your subconscious and unconscious mind. And that is where the power is. Because when you are starting to communicate and use your intuitive faculties and then be able to get access to those aspects of the mind, incredible changes can happen. You can ask questions and you will always receive answers. So if you've got some particular issues or problems that is going on in your life, the answers already lie within you. You just need to know how to access them. And so the analogy that I love to share with people is, imagine if your rational mind is like tuned into radio station 1, let's say 104.1. However, for you to be able to receive the answers to your intuition, or through your intuition, you've got to tune into 95.4. So obviously, 95.4 is concurrently existing at the same time, emitting information at the same time as 104.1. But what happens is most people just stay in 104.1 and say, my intuition doesn't work, or I can't receive the answers. And the problem is they haven't tuned in to the right frequency. They haven't tuned into the right radio station. And so what's really important is that meditation will help you tune in to the right radio station so that you can receive the answers that you are looking for. Because what's going to happen is, as you tune from a high beta state down into an alpha state, and if you can into a theta state, you will then be able to ask questions and receive symbols, pictures, images, or just maybe a knowing of what the answer is. And then if you have the courage to take the action, then you will notice incredible changes that happen in your life. And so a really, really simple way to be able to meditate is to close your eyes and ultimately bring your awareness to your breath. But there's a little extra point that I like to add to that. What I would encourage you is that when you're breathing in and out, when you get to the end points of the out breath and you get to the maximum point of the in breath, I want you to imagine that you're going into those points for a moment in your awareness. Go in there and feel the stillness, and then as the breath releases, go all the way down to the bottom and then go into that stillness point at the bottom. And if you do that, magic will really start to happen, because your rational mind is going to start to switch off and your brainwave activities are going to drop down, and you'll know when you're lowering your frequency because your mind will feel different. You won't be having those thoughts that are running around a million miles an hour. There'll be a sense of stillness within you. And once you're in that space, that is when you ask the questions. Start to throw some questions that, for whatever you want to get clarity on in your life. So my name is Nicholas Perrin from LionHeartCoaching. I thank you for listening to this podcast. For those of you that are living in Sydney, I would encourage you to come to the Authentic Changemakers evenings held on Monday nights if you would love to get some support from a great bunch of people that are looking to live from the heart, use their intuition, and transform and really step up in their life to become magnificent human beings that every single one of us are. But as you know, it's all a choice, and we have to decide how we want to live our life and whether we are really willing to step up. So until next time, I wish you a wonderful weekend wherever you are in the world, and goodbye.